Hello, everyone. This is Linda Drummond with Network in Action. And today I have the privilege of speaking with Angel Latterell. Hi, Angel. How are you?
Hi, Linda. I'm really well, thanks.
Great. Angel, let's begin by telling everyone your company name and what it is that you do.
Yeah, my company's name is Latterell Law, as I'm Angel Latterell, and we are a boutique estate planning firm. So, what we specifically do is help people do their estate plans in order to prevent probate, to ensure that their families are kept out of court and conflict when they pass.
What a great profession. How did you get into that niche?
Well, interestingly enough, you know, I started out, I went to law school to help people, and so when I first practiced law in big law firms, I realized this isn't the way I want to practice law. And at that time, I was quite young and inexperienced, so I thought that meant I couldn't be a lawyer. But after a lot of time, effort, personal development work, and volunteering as a lawyer for some time, I realized that I could actually practice law how I wanted to practice law and serve people in a way that could really help them. And through a combination of both that courage and some personal tragedy, having lost a friend really suddenly from a bloodstream infection and helping his partner go through the tragic mess that was left because he had absolutely no plan in place, I said to myself, you know what, I can prevent this. Like, I can help people not have to deal with this. And so I put myself through a significant amount of training on trusts and estates, and I launched Lateral Law with the mission of educating people so we could get ahead of them families having to deal with any kind of mess. So I do a lot of education, reaching people so that when they're younger and not waiting until it's too late, they can get in and do their estate plan to make sure that their families aren't left with, a huge bureaucratic challenge, difficulty that's costly, painful, causes a lot of ill feeling and all of those things. But instead, we can actually create a beautiful legacy, and while you're alive, actually improve some of your life while you're at it. Actually, I call it an abundance approach. But yeah, it came about because, having had the personal experience of having to help a friend through that, I wanted to make sure that I could really help families to give them the peace of mind to ensure that they are leaving the best possible legacy, mitigating any difficulty that their family could experience after they pass, and seizing any opportunities we can while they're alive to really build as much love and abundance in their family as possible.
Oh, I love that mission. That's awesome. So, saying that you have a success story, would you mind sharing one with us?
Yeah, absolutely. Just this morning, I was meeting with a client, and she had actually come through a referral, and we had made a nice connection, but she still felt like the process was quite intimidating. There's a lot of terminology that's just you don't use in daily life. And as we were working on designing her plan this morning, when we got done with it, she said, Angel, thank you so much. Like, I am feeling really good about this. I actually understand where we're going. I understand how my trust works. And I'm really excited to do this planning and confident that I know my daughter is going to be taken care of in case something happens to me. So she just thanked me truly from her heart for making the processes easy, as understandable, and working with her where she was at in the process so that we could move things forward in the best way for her family. So I look at that as a huge success, because she went from scared and intimidated to now very comfortable, very happy, very just thrilled to be moving forward with this process and getting it done and getting the peace of mind that she needs as a result.
I totally agree with you. I think that is a great success story. So, taking that and what you said before, what would you consider a good referral for you?
Absolutely. I really love to work with families, people that have minor children or young adult children, because the reason I love this and the reason this is a great referral is because these are individuals who won't automatically think that it's the right time for them to estate plan. However, our families with young children are the most vulnerable out there because if a parent or both parents tragically pass, the child could become a ward of the state, and a custodian is going to have to be appointed to manage the resources the parents left behind. And so it's just an opportunity for tragedy everywhere and huge bureaucratic painfulness and just trauma for the children who already lost their parents. I really want to help parents set up, child protection plans, and I call them treasure trust plans for their kiddos, so that in case of emergency, they have chosen the right temporary guardians, the right long-term guardians, and that we have their resources set up and their trust properly funded with the right types of life insurance and other things, so that it's as easy as possible and that the right people are doing the right thing and the resources transfer immediately in case of tragedy or emergency. And the reason why that's an amazing referral is because without a friend, colleague, another business professional encouraging that family to plan, they usually don't, unless they maybe happen upon my education. But that is a great way where everyone can be of service. And oftentimes those families are so grateful, and they're set up in a perfect place for us to be planning for their life, because this is preventative planning to prevent probate, to prevent child guardianship lawsuits, prevent having to be in a court appointing a custodian. So it's all prevention. And when we're still, in the young and prime of our life, that's a great opportunity to set everybody up for success.
Hey, oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, now when you are not helping people get past the intimidation of doing estate planning and the fear of what's going to happen, what do you like to do for fun?
I'm an interesting person in that I actually spend a lot of time working in the realm of metaphysics. So I am also a spiritual guide and an ordained minister. And I love to learn about everything about how the universe works. And I love to both write about it, whether it's through poetry or creating podcasts. I have a Laws of Abundance, Legal Advice from an Angel podcast that I do. I also am in the foray of publishing. And generally, that's all in the area of, well, how does gratitude benefit our life? Or I am a total nerd when it comes to working with tarot cards or the runes, which are a Nordic system of both metaphysical energy transference, but can also be used to, give advice, is like, how do I approach a problem, that sort of thing. And I do really nerd out in that area of things. I've spent years studying it just for funsies. And but recently, one of my favorite things has been actually just having a cup of tea or coffee on my new lanai/porch and watching the birds that I have set up a whole bird feeder system for, and I'm building a pollinator garden. And so really engaging with, creating a native plant system so that we can encourage all of the wildlife to be happy, and then bring us joy by just being able to observe them doing what they do. So
I love that. That's fantastic. And finally, Angel, if you do not mind, would you tell us if somebody wants to talk to you about their estate planning or they know someone, how is the best way for them to reach out to you?
yeah, absolutely. So if someone wants to talk to me about whether it's a good fit for their referral, please just give me a call or email me at angel@latterellaw.com. But if they actually have a client who wants to learn more about me, or a referral that they want to learn more about me, sending them to my website, which is latterellaw.com, LATTERELLLAW. So lots of L's.com. And on my website, I have both pre-recorded webinars, two different ones, one focused on parents, one focused more generally, just estate planning 101. And so they can download and watch those at their leisure. They're about 30 minutes each. And there's also a really easy way for them to book a call right there on the website, and request a call back so that they can book a discovery call to get on my calendar, for us to have that first introductory complimentary chat about whether this would be a good fit for us to go forward with their planning.
Wonderful. It has been such a pleasure speaking with you and learning more about you. I wish you the best of luck and welcome to Network in Action.
Thank you so much, Linda. I'm so excited to be part of this group.
Great. Well, you have a fantastic day.
Thank you.